Star Wars. Star Wars. Star Wars occupies an epic and unique place in the pantheon of youthful fantasies, and the recent reboot by J.J. Abrams deepens and extends the glowing mayhem and radical anti-family message of the original series. Now, in most epic stories, parents are conveniently removed from the home, allowing the young hero to easily slide under the tutelage of a warrior master and learn the ways of obedience and drama and war. In the original Star Wars, family life was portrayed as mundane and humiliating as a young Luke Skywalker was expected to work productively on his uncle's farm. Historically, epics tend to be fantasies that feed the murder lust of the young, who were needed by the aristocracy to wage war on their behalf. The word adventure basically means learn the dehumanizing joy of murdering for your masters. In these stories, boring parents are replaced by wise, hypnotic elders who teach young men, and now young women, the excitement and joys of war. This conveniently allows the authority of the state to displace the authority of parents, transitioning young men from pimply-faced teens to hardened warriors serving their economic and political masters. Hey, who wants to work for a banker when you can kill for a banker? Now, the original Star Wars emerged during a time of catastrophic family breakdown in the West. Like, the divorce rate had risen 300% from the 1960s to the 1970s, leaving hundreds of millions of boys without fathers. Luke Skywalker's multi-movie quest to find and save his father mirrors the search for masculinity, which has obsessed and crippled entire generations of young men. The resentments against men harbored by abandoned boys and their bitter, clinging single mothers showed up in the all-male evil of the Empire and the endless phallic symbols scattered throughout the movie, from Darth Vader's helmet to lightsabers to the insemination sequence of navigating a dangerous trench to drop a tiny sperm into a giant Death Star egg in which birth is destruction. The modern semi-socialist state, made necessary by the collapse of Western families, the welfare state is in reality the single mother state, is shown by the giant Death Star egg, which has the capacity to destroy entire civilizations, as unleashed and state-subsidized female hypergamy has repeatedly done throughout human history. Single mothers tend to be virulently anti-male, as do radical feminists, which is why the two rose as one twinned monster in the 60s and the 70s. Feminists portray men as evil and patriarchal in order to provoke the white knight "protect the eggs" response that actually characterizes historical masculinity, while single mothers have to pretend that all men are shiftless and irresponsible, otherwise they themselves will be blamed by their children, who are forced to grow up poor and fatherless. Almost always the same thing